Good morning, everyone. Afternoon, evening, depending on the time that you're watching my Facebook Live. This is Shawn Hayes from Hayes Financial Coaching. So come on in. We're going to talk about the 5 ways to improve your money or your finances. So 5 ways to improve your finances. And so if it's the first time tuning in to me, I'm your personal financial coach. Right, fast speaker, money control strategist, and number 1 debt slayer. And so I'm always giving you ways to improve your money management skills so we can get those debt monkeys off your back. So I'm a firm believer debt was never meant to be your lifetime partner. And so if you are new to my broadcast, put a 1 so I can come back and just say hello. If you're catching a replay, put #replay so I can come back and say what's up. And so if you are watching this on my YouTube channel, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, make sure that you subscribe, and make sure that you hit the bell so when you know when I have any new videos, when I upload any new videos. And so let me go ahead and see if I can tag some people, and then we'll get started. I'm going to invite some people, and then we're going to get started. I think that's what we want to do. And so again, we're going to talk about 5 ways to improve your finances today. And so I hope that after the busy weekend that you took the moment to check your bank account, right? So we spend and we swipe all weekend. And so Monday morning, before you even checked your Facebook notification, you should have been checking your bank account, making sure that you are still in the positive, because we still got many days ahead in September. And so the first way to improve your money, your finances, is being consistent, right? Being consistent. Consistency plays a big part of improving your finances. And so again, you got to be consistent of checking your bank account, but the balance of your bank account, but not only the balance, you got to be consistent in looking in the transaction, because this is where you can plug your money holes. And so this is why I'm always saying, hey, you got to do budget date night. And if you haven't gotten that free guide to the budget date night, you can go to bit.ly/budget date night guide. Absolutely free to get that. And so you got to be consistent in your budget date nights. You got to be consistent in your mid-month check-ins. You know, this weekend, we'll be doing mid-month check-ins to see where we're at for the month and how much income do we need to generate or create to come back in the house and inside the household. And then we need to see what other things are on the back half of this month. And so this, you got to be consistent in your budget date nights, your mid-month check-ins. You got to be consistent in looking at your calendar. I'm always saying being calendar ready. What's going on at the end of the month? What's going on this week, right? And so you got to be consistent in carving some time. Log off Facebook, log off Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, whatever those social medias, and take some time, carve in at least a half an hour, a week, just to look at your finances. So number 1 way to improve your finances is you got to be consistent. A lot of people, the reason why they say budgeting doesn't work because they're not consistent. They'll start off 1 month, hey, it's great. Then they slack out the second month. Then they try to pick it up, and see when you stop and go, and you don't have your true numbers. You don't know your pattern, your spending pattern. You don't know your behaviors. And so, if you're part of the money control group, we talk about, we get sued. We start over to perfective. We don't stop. We might step back, look at, review it, make assessments, but we don't stop. And so you have to be consistent. If you want your finances to improve, you got to be consistent. And so I know a lot of people say, hey, Shawn, I want to increase my credit score. Well, you got to be consistent in making on-time payments. 35% of your credit score is making payments, on-time payment. So you got to stay consistent in anything that you do. Everybody tell you, all the successful people tell you what I was doing. I was being consistent. I was intentional about everything that I did. So you have to be consistent. That's number 1 about improving your finances, is being consistent. Like, you really have to do it. Like, there's no options about it if you want to improve your finances. The second way is the conversation. Conversations can improve your finances, meaning that that if if you were just having a conversation with me and you are having a conversation and you happen to say, oh man, I run this business or I make this product. Hey, that's a conversation to improve your finances, because now I know that you offer a product, a service, and maybe that I can sow my seed. I can buy your products and services. And so that conversation alone can improve your finances, because look, you're going to make some money. You're going to improve your income. And so having a conversation will improve your finances. I don't know how many conversations that I had with people, and they gave me tips. They gave me some resources to improve my finances, to make life a little bit easier. And so conversation plays a big part of improving your finances. You can't fix what you don't confront. A lot of us are sitting silently in a financial mess, and you just don't want to open your mouth, maybe because you're ashamed, maybe you embarrassed, and you don't want nobody all in your business, and so your conversation is nothing. And so you have to begin to have the money conversation. Do it mad, do it do it mad, do it like but just do it. And so conversations will improve your finances, because you don't know what you don't know until you know, and you be like, so conversations play a major part in improving your finances, because you need the conversation. Start having a conversation. When I started having a conversation, when I started getting out of debt, I'm telling you, it seemed like all that financial stress was just lifting off of my shoulders, because I started talking about it and saying, man, this is just crazy. Hey, how you doing? And so it was just crazy. When I started talking about it, then I start acting on it and said, you know what? I need to do this. I need to do that. What is your conversation? Your conversation to improve your finances. We talk about affirmation. I tell each and every morning I get up and say, you know what? I declare and decree that I'm going to be debt free in 2018. What conversation are you having? Are you saying, I am going to be debt free. I am going to get rid of these credit cards. These conversations, these affirmations that we put in place, right, will improve your finances, right? Number 3 is control. Look, we're about money control, right? That would improve your finances. We have to have some type of control over our money. A lot of our money control us. You got to have control. Because when you don't have control, you're going to be left, and I say this all the time, busted, disgusted, and broke. And so you have to have some type of control over your money, or you ain't gonna have any. And so the only way to improve your finances is have control. A lot of you say, hey, Shawn, I have trouble overspending. Then go get my course, the 5-day financial fast, where we walk you through how to control your overspending. You could go to bit.ly /5-day financial fast. And so these are the things that I give you, but you have to have control. Anything that you don't have control over will become your master. And so look at the areas that you in your finances that you have is out of control. Maybe overspending in shopping, maybe overspending going out to eat, maybe you even overspend on vacation. Don't let those experiences have you experiencing with a zero bank account. And so you have to make sure that you have complete control. This is what money control is about. It's saying, you know what, I got control of my money. I'm giving my money an assignment, right? And so you have to have control. Good morning, Miss Valerie. And number 4 is call. Make the call. If you want to improve your finances, start making your call. I tell my money controllers, say, you know what, get out. I tell my money controllers, you know what, write out all of your creditors and their numbers, and start having a conversation. Start having a conversation to your creditors. When you make a call, it can improve your finances. This last month alone, one of my money controllers called, right? Just made a phone call. Just tell them, because they call you for a courtesy call. So you can call them the same way. Like, hey, this is Miss Hayes. I was just looking over my budget. I was just looking at some of my finances. And I want to know, do y'all have any promotions, or do y'all have anything for loyal customers like me? I've been, loyal customer for, these many years, and I would hate to go to another company, but I have to bring some more money back into the household. And I'm telling you, they was able to bring in money. Actually, they said, "Oh man, we owe you a refund," and they was able to bring money back into the house. For me, when I called about this Sprint, I only got one line, and I called them like, you know what, I've been with you since 2008, and I'm looking at my numbers and the services, the data plan and things like that I have is just really out of budget, and I would hate to transition to another company. The guy was on the phone. He said, "You know what? Hey, Miss Hayes, we got a promotion. It's not even a promotion. This is going to be lifetime, so it's not even 12 months. Hey, we got it's called a limited something, and so instead of paying like $110 for everything that I have, unlimited, same service and everything, I pay $65." Just making a call, you guys. A closed mouth don't get fed. Call them, and call them like they call you, a courtesy call. I'm just calling and just seeing, what promotions do you have? I've been a loyal customer. I have that script. I give my money controllers money scripts to talk when they call these creditors, because you know what? A creditor is not going to call, or a creditor, or is not going to, or lender, whatever is not, or service provider is not going to call you to say, "Hey, we owe you money," or "Hey, we got a cheaper plan for you." Heck, they're not going to call and tell you that. Hey, because they're in business to make money, and if you're not calling them, they sure are not going to call you about anything new. So hey, when you make a call, it'll improve your finances, because then you really want to know. I also have my money controllers really pull out their bill statement and really call and say, "Hey, could you explain my bill for me? Why is this tax? What is this coming from?" And so you will be amazed that these companies do make mistakes, but we're so conditioned, so when a bill shows up, we just go ahead and pay it. We just look at the amount due and we just pay it. We don't open it and really go line for line to see, what is this, an extra $20, extra $5? Why is they billing me for this extra $5? And I'm just thinking, you be like, Delshawn, is $5. But when you talk about $5, that's an extra $60 a year going out your house times 5. That's $300 that you could have been using somewhere else. And so when you make these calls, it will improve your finances. This meaning that you're bringing more money back into the house. And so, hey, as my friend Keisha Jones said, a closed mouth don't get fed. Make the call. Tell them to explain your bill. Just don't say, "Okay, I'm going to pay it." If it doesn't feel right in your gut, start questioning it, because these service providers, these lenders, they do make mistakes. And I know we're in, a season or a time where everything is automated. Well, automation makes mistakes too, as well. And so you got to make these calls and really tell them to explain your bills. Call them up. "Hey, I made an extra payment to go to my principal, and you put it towards my interest." Don't let things slide. That is your money. Make that call. And number 5, care. If nobody else cares about your finances, it should be you. I see a lot of people like, "I just don't care. Forget that. I owe that bill. Forget it. I ain't going to pay that." You got to care, because eventually one day you're going to need credit. Right? You're going to need credit. And because you was like, "I don't care" in the past, and when you need it in the present time, you don't have it because you was like, you don't care. If nobody else cares about your finances, it should be. The moment that I start caring about my money and where I wanted my money to go, it improved my finances. Like, it went up like a roof, because I was like, you know what? Hey, I care about money. My money. I work hard for my money. I have sit underneath leadership that's just so disrespectful. But hey, and I was like, hey, I'm not going to be doing XYZ and not caring about my money. My money is not just going to just any old thing. I even tell you about, you don't cash your pearls before it's flying. That's the same about your money. You got to have complete money control. And so I'm going to reset the 5 ways to improve your finances. They all begin with C. Today is you got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. You can't budget today and don't budget next month and don't budget for a year and think that's going to work. You got to be consistent. You got to be consistent in checking your bank account, and not only checking your bank account balance, but also check your transaction. Like, okay, I got $100 a balance, but what about the transaction? Because if you know where your money is going, then that's how you can control it and plug the money holes. Like, listen, over this weekend you spent $150 on something to eat, and here's Monday, you don't have any food, you don't even have no groceries in your refrigerator. And so you got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. You can't just do it today and stop and start and still think this budget thing works. No. Especially when you got financial goals to meet, you got to be consistent. It's all about being consistency. And number 2 is conversation. What are the conversations that you having with people? You know, it just is amazing when people don't want to speak to each other, because you never know. That person probably have a wealth of knowledge that can help you get out of debt or give you a resource to help you improve your money management skills. Again, conversation. I don't know how many conversations that I had this week, and I was like, oh man, I didn't know that. And now it can help me, right? Improve my finances a little bit. Oh, I didn't know that tool. Just by having a conversation, you never know what somebody else can lead you to. Having a conversation about your products and services, things that you do, things that you just do out of a hobby. Having a conversation. If I was just having a conversation with LaDanya and just saying, hey, and know what she does. And when somebody else comes to me and says, hey, I'm looking for somebody, because I had a conversation with LaDanya, now I can refer this person to lasagna because I had a conversation to improve your finances. Because people can't pay you if they don't know what you do. People can't pay you if they don't see you. And so you have to have the conversation. And again, another part of the conversation is, what are the conversations that you're having about your finances? We got to remove we got to remove that I'm always going to be broke. We got to remove those type of conversation, because it's just killing you. We have life and power is in the tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so what are you speaking over your finances? Are you praying about your finances? Are you asking God to help you become a better steward? Because your conversation's got to switch if you want to improve your finances. And number 3 is you got to have complete control. Your finances out of control because you don't have any control. Whether if you need help with overspending, I have a course for that. We have a 5-day financial fast to really get you renewed with a new relationship with your money, how to really build strategies. And so again, you have to have complete control. This is about money control. If you don't control your money will control you, and it's going to leave you busted, broken, disgusted, you're mad, you're pissed off, you everything, and then you questioning if God heard your prayer. Yeah, he said, I will supply your need, but he said, I'm not going to supply your greed. And so we have to make sure that we have complete control. If you like, I'm just out of control and you need help, this is what I'm here for. This is why I show up each and every day to help you improve your money management skill. If you don't get the help, it's because you don't want to help. And so number 3 is you got to have control of your money, or your money will have control over you. It will be your master for life. And I'm telling you, the things that you need to do in life, you want to become, you want to go, it requires money. There's nothing free. And if you just casting your money into the swines and just throwing it in the middle of the street, all right now? So again, 5 ways to improve your finances, all starting with the letter C, consistency, conversation, and control. And number 4 is call. Make the call. Closed mouth don't get fed. Make the call. I tell my money controllers, hey, pull out those bank statements. Pull out those bank statements. Pull out those bills. And then if it doesn't sit right, get on the phone and start questioning. Why did you charge me $2.95? Hey, Dr. Stephanie, why did you charge me $2.95 for this? What was this $20? Why was this tax? Make a phone call. We're so conditioned when a bill come, we just pay it and we don't question it. We don't go line item by line item. And so when you make that call, you're improving your finances. Call them. Call those lenders, your service providers, and ask them. And make a courtesy call. I give my money controllers a script. Call them. I sure did call Sprint and say, hey, this is Miss Hayes. Miss Hayes. And I'm saying, I'm just looking at my finances, and I'm looking at my bill, and it's really out of budget. Is there any new services or new, things XYZ coming out? And the guy was like, absolutely. We have this plan that, it's not a promotional, and it's $65. You get unlimited text, unlimited data, all this stuff. for only $65, and they sent me a bill for $110. I was like, I'm not paying $110 just for one line. Are you serious? But I made the call, and because I made the call, I found out, hey, they got a new service. And so those service providers not gonna call you, Dr. Stephanie, and say, hey, we want you to pay less. No, if you've been paying that $110, they're gonna take that $110. But we have to make the call. If you don't understand a bill and you stay on that phone until you feel right, I don't know. Could you explain it again? That is their job. And when you call, be nice, be courteous, right? Just be nice. Don't be mean or nasty or anything. And say, you know what, I really don't understand. I'm sorry if I'm taking up your time, but I really need to know this because I'm budgeting like my life depends on it. I'm budgeting like my future depends on it. And so I really need to understand, why are you charging me this? And when did this happen? Because I'm looking at my bills from last month or last year. I didn't have the same cost last year. You guys, you got to make the call. A closed mouth don't get fed. And we're just throwing money out the front door that we need to be bringing back into the house. And number 5 is you got to care about your finances. I have conversations all the time like, I don't care about that bill. When I get money, they get money. You got money, you still don't pay the bill. You got money, you still didn't pay the bill. You got your little tax return, and it wasn't little, and you still didn't pay the bill. You got a promotion on your job, and you still didn't pay the bill. You got a windfall of money, you still didn't pay the bill. You got some extra birthday money, you still didn't pay the bill. You got a little refund check from some overpaying your mortgage one year, you still didn't pay the bill. If nobody cares about your finances, it should be you, and you shouldn't be complaining when things don't happen your way because you didn't do the work. Now I'm talking about 5 ways to improve your finances, all starting with the letter C. You got to be consistent. You got to have that right conversation. You got to have control, and you got to make that call, and then you got to care. Once I begin to care about my finances and say, you know what, everybody just can't have my money, I start improving things. I start paying off creditors. I started having a little money in my bank account. It distanced me from living paycheck to paycheck. I started having an emergency fund. I started having a savings funds. I started having a sunk fund. I even had a Jawan fund, right? When he called and say, Mama, do you have? Without putting my household in jeopardy. When I started caring about my finances, I felt a little bit better. Some of that financial burden lifted out to me because I really took the time to be consistent. I started having the right conversation. I was removing broke from my conversation. I started investing in education. I started reading. What did God say about my finances and how I'm supposed to master my finances? What did God say? Because he told me this morning that, hey, don't forget him because he woke me up this morning because he gives me the ability to produce wealth. And so what did he say about that? What conversation did me and God say about my finances, right? Number 3, I had to learn how to have control. I just couldn't just be shopping and have all this stuff and still be broke, busted, and disgusted. So I had to control some stuff. And this is what money control came about. It's not that I don't spend. I spend with intention and I save on purpose. This is all about being a money controller. And then I can control how much money I want to earn. This is what a money controller is about. Guys, the things that we want to do in life is attached to a cost. And when you're spending your money on everything else that's distancing you from reaching your financial goals, it's a problem. This is why I say, you know what? Get on my calendar. Get on my calendar. Get on my calendar. Some of y'all still in my inbox talking about, yeah, I need your help. And you still haven't got on my calendar to get the help. And we're at the end of 2018. I say, hey, invest in a $10 book. I don't read, but you read everybody's posts on Facebook, right? That's ouch, right? But you don't want to read a book to help you improve your money management skills so that you can live a debt-free life. There's evidence people are out there living debt-free life and they just like killing it and they're living their best life. And we try to fake it till we make it, but we can live our best life. Right? So you got to have complete control. Anything that you don't have control over is your master. Whether it's overspending, overeating, just wilding out, it's controlling you. And you already know the word said you can't serve two masters. Number 4 is make that call. Why? Thank you, Sonya, for sharing. Make that call. Make that call. Why are y'all scared of? Look, when I said, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. I started making calls like, look, I need to go get my money. You want to know where your money is? Backtrack. This weekend alone, what did you spend your money on? What did you spend your money on? If you spent $20 or $25 and things like that, you could have been investing in helping you improve your money management skills. But you probably went out to eat. And I'm not saying that we don't spend, but I'm saying we spend with intention and we save on purpose. And so the things that you're doing, you got to ask yourself, is it getting me any closer for reaching my financial goals? I have to have the conversation. If I do this, is it going to help me reach my financial goals? I have a list of goals that I want to kill in 2018. And so that means if I got to eat my groceries so I can invest in Sonia Jenny's Dish the Cubicle course and all that she has coming out, that means I'm going to have some pinto beans and some cornbreads for a week so I can invest, so I can be a six-figure owner. And so you guys, sometimes we don't want even to give up the good in order to get the great. We're so complacent or so content with good that we forget about the great. And so you guys, you got to make the call. Call somebody. Call one lender, one service provider at a time and say this. Shawn says, you know what? I'm looking over my finances today and I'm telling you it's out of budget. It's out of budget. What other plans do you have that meets my budget? And if you don't like what they tell you, call tomorrow and talk to another service rep. And you keep calling until you get what you desire. Because we got to talk about budgeting. Budgeting is just that. If you say your budget is $50, we don't go over $55. We don't go over $52. When we say 50, we go 50 and under. Because just think, if you went $5 in every line item in your budget, that's at least $200 that you went out the door because you didn't know how to stick to your budget. Call them. If you don't get the right answer, call them. I told you about my internet. All I got is internet in this house. I don't have cable. I haven't had cable since 2013. And they sent me a bill. I called them, and the service rep I didn't like what they said. I called back the next day and said, hey, I want to talk to the retention department because they need our business to stay in business. And so if you don't like it, keep calling back. And if you're asking them to explain your bill, you stay on that phone until you feel comfortable. I don't know this. Could you tell me why you charged me $3? Because just think, if they charge you $3 extra and every month, look at all that money going back out the house that you can use somewhere else. I don't know you. I want all my money. I work hard for my money. I want every penny. If you owe me a nickel, I want it. And I'm telling you, my son would contest. We was in Lexington, Kentucky one year, many years ago, and we got gas. And then we did the debit card on the gas thing. I went in there and I got me a soda and I got Juwan something. And they was like, we don't have any pennies. I was sitting there waiting for my 4 pennies. And the guy was like, well, we're out of pennies in the store. I said, well, I'm going to sit here too. Somebody going to give me my 4 pennies. And so everybody else was behind me. They was like, oh, forget about that penny. And just think, they did that for an entire day for all those customers. You know how much money that they kept back in that store? Come on now. I sat there. I stood there. He called the manager. The manager went back in her purse and got me my 4 pennies. I'm so serious about my pennies. I'm the person that see a penny on the ground, I pick it up because I know I got 99 more back at home. That makes $1. And I'm close enough to buy me a domain, Sonia Jenny's. So anyway, you got to make the call. And number 5 is you got to care. If y'all care like y'all say y'all care, my calendar should be booked for the next, all the way up until April 2019. Not my inbox, but my calendar should be booked. I'm good over here. I'm trying to help you because this is my life purpose, is to help you achieve financial freedom, to help you reach your financial goal. But my question is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? You're just saying stuff because everybody else is saying stuff. You're putting hashtag living my best life, but what is your bank account saying? What is your portfolio saying? Are you still in the negative? Have you even went to the positive of your portfolio? Do you even know your portfolio? Do you know it? Do you know how to even build it? This is why you need to get on my calendar so you can get the tools. And I know it's not a money problem because, hey, we will find the money for the things that we truly desire and that we value. We'll find the money. We would, if we really wanted, we would find the money. We would pay half on our gas and electric and do the things that we want. And so again, those are 5 ways to improve your finances. All begin with the letter C. Consistency, conversation, control, call, and you care. You got to care. If nobody else cares about your finances, you should. And if you want God to care, you got to care. Like, really? He's ready to bless you. But what's going on with you? So again, I want to extend this invitation before I close out. Over at the Money Control VIP, that is my membership group. We are kicking off Wednesday for our webinar. So if you're a part of the Money Control VIP section, we're doing a webinar to everybody who's in the VIP. This is absolutely free. And I'm going to give you the 33 mindset training, how to build your first 1K emergency fund. And so I'm going to give you the tools, the step by step, how to build your first 1K emergency fund. If you're part of the Money Control VIP section. So this is happening this Wednesday. If you want to opt in on that webinar, you have to join the VIP session. And all you have to do is go to bit.ly/Money Control VIP. And so Wednesday, we're kicking off on the $33 mindset training, how to build your first 1K emergency fund. We don't stop at 1K. We begin to build. And so I'm showing you how to do that with a $33 mindset. Just think, if you say, I'm just going to throw it out. Just think, if you save $33 every single day for the next 30 days, you can have your first 1K. And so I'm going to give you the numbers. I'm going to show you how to build your first 1K. And so you have to be a part of the Money Control VIP membership group. It's affordable. It's budget friendly. My question, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to distance yourself from living paycheck to paycheck? How do you want to distance yourself from creating new debt or going deeper in debt? How bad do you want to transition from your 9 to 5? We have Sonia Jennings on here. And so, hey, she's coming out with some great things. And so maybe you need to get that budget together so you can invest in Sonia Jennings' Dish to Debt, right? And so I'm going to show you not only how to build it, I'm going to show you how to generate passive income so you can have the residual income. I make t-shirts. I just show people how to self-publish their book. We all have a book inside. And so I'm going to give you the $33 mindset training workshop happening this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so if you want to be a part of the Money Control VIP, where people are killing it, people are becoming homeowners. They're bringing student loans out of deferment, paying them off. And so my question is, how bad do you want to reach your financial goals? And so go to bit.ly Money Control VIP. Join us. Get in there, because we're going to be making things happen. Because I declare and decree, everybody who's attached to me will be debt free. They're going to be walking in their purpose, and everything that we want to do is attached to a cost. Whether you want to build, become, own, it's attached to a cost. And so we got to do some little things different with our money. So again, hey Ramona, Tracy, Sonia, thanks for sharing. Dr. Stephanie, who's on here? Miss Marie, LaDanya, let me see who's all on here. Miss Valerie, Nana, hey, how you doing? Atebia. So you guys, that's all I have. Make sure that I decree and declare and decree every single day. It is so. When you already know, you speaking, it is so. And when we put it is so, it will happen. But we still got to do our part. Faith plus work together is mandatory when we try to get our finances together. And so we can't, faith without works is dead. We got to do faith plus work together is mandatory. So make sure you guys share this out. Sharing is caring. Tag somebody, because somebody needs to hear this today. And so I hope that you would join me inside the Money Control VIP membership. We're killing it, the game. They have they're on fire over there. And I'm just so happy that they invested in their financial education. Start investing. The areas that you want to grow, you have to sow. So everybody, you have a good day, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.